shit, I forgot to turn off my cell phone.
Me too, actually.
Wish I didn't get any buzzing.
Hello? Hey, I gotta go. I'm on a date. I'll tell you about it later. Doing these videos, I run into huge editing dilemmas. I've got so much awesome stuff, hilarious stuff, fascinating stuff, and I want to put it all in, but I can't. Now it's time to get to see that good stuff that got left out. Enjoy.
I really need to read the Bible.
I know the fans are going to love this, but I found my ex-boyfriend in Bible study.
And I especially want to read about Adam and Eve because it has to be like the most romantic story of all time, doesn't it?
It's hard for a heterosexual male to get AIDS.
It's so cool that your cult following involves your family and your family friends.
If we fell in love, maybe I wouldn't drink anymore.
If I had sex with a bisexual...
That would make you less heterosexual.
And when we're talking about copulation, we're talking purely the vagina.
I'm Amanda. I volunteered to shave his back because I used to shave my friend's neck, so I feel qualified for the job.
I had a little bit of the runs this morning, so I'm looking for Pepto-Bismol. Scissors?
Oh, I'm really sorry.
Fuck! I'm ready. Bring it on.
I know, but like it's possible you don't cut it to look a certain way, but I didn't know. So.
You always cut it to look a certain way, but a lot of what I'm dealing with when I'm making these decisions are ethical matters. Is putting this thing in here going to embarrass somebody? Is it going to embarrass me? Is it going to embarrass the girl? Do I care?
So it'll just make me look good so you can get a lot of people.
Uh-huh.
Because you have to be honest. You have to go out with a lot of people if you're going to have a show.
Do I regret the editing choices I've made? Overall, no. Maybe a little bit in one case. The second episode of my date with Heather. Now, what is wrong with this picture? Maybe the fact that this is my show and I'm not in the shot. This wasn't the date I had imagined, or at least hoped for. There was no romance. There was no possibility of a kiss, which is fine because I'm not physically attracted to Heather. But this date had turned into a talk show, and I was the sidekick.
Okay, Noah's getting the next one, and it's going to be a girl. Say it.
I'm
Next
gonna get the next one. It's gonna be a hot biatch.
It's not that I regret what I showed here. It honestly portrays the way I was feeling at that point in the date. I was pissed. But later on that night, when I drove her home, Heather and I had a really good, honest conversation. And I felt a lot better about her. I even actually started having fun again. Then I started editing, and the negative feelings came back.
I tend to usually date people who are a little bit more outgoing. I felt like there wouldn't have really been too much conversation if I wasn't asking Noah questions.
It hurts to watch people criticize you. And then other people started giving me their opinions of the date when they watched the footage. And my negativity just intensified.
I mean, the testimonial and taking control of shit on a date, you don't do that shit. Especially when it's your show.
Yeah.
She should know what's up.
And perhaps it was the setting. She came on very aggressively because she wanted to show who she was and become a major part of the show. But I found it offensive.
So when it was all done, I think the video, although it had a great dramatic flair, it was a little too bitter for my taste. And unfortunately, some of that really good stuff on the car ride home got left out. So here is some of the stuff that you missed from the ride home. And I hope it gives you a little bit better feeling for Heather and for the date, because it does for me. For some reason, I have this sort of like very comfortable feeling with you.
Yeah, that's how I feel with you too.
But not a romantic feeling. And I wasn't sure, you know, like, it was kind of how I felt before the date, but I figured we hadn't really, like, hung out outside of, like, you know, going to a cafe for a couple minutes.
I feel exactly the same way, though.
So I wanted to see,
That's
you know.
exactly why I'm here. I wanted to see you, but I really wasn't feeling it like that. I just think you're awesome.
And also, when Noah finds a woman he can wants to marry, I can also be his wedding planner because I plan events. That was a shameless plug.
Now that would be something.
We could do a whole show about that.
And you could, then all of a sudden we'd fall in love, and it would be like the Jennifer Lopez movie.
Yeah, we call it all off. I think we got an idea here.
Who's not masking? Next time on Jew Complete Me.
On the next episode of Jew Complete Me.
Next time on Jew Complete Me.
When I wake up in the morning, I feel happy because I have this show.
I hope he learns something from this and it's not just some attention-getting spectacle.
Are you hoping to become famous from this experience?
You want to be honest and you want to get people to really know what happened, that you finally find a girl that you like, and the fact that it's on a movie messes it up for you.
Because the first girl you went out with was like a model. So I was like, all right.
Yeah, but you'd seen Heather before that, right? Or not?
But Heather's really pretty too.
I like you better.
I think this is a fitting end to the movie.